Last time I spoke about espionage, spying and intelligence, and today I talk about how to provide member care for those affected. Let's get started. I've seen this in action many times. After crisis, you have crisis management logistics and crisis management psychosocial. I give you a few examples. A car accident in Thailand. A foreign couple had a car crash with a Thai person. The Thai person sadly died during this accident, and the foreign couple was really injured. So what happens in terms of logistics? Police comes to the crash site. Insurance is involved. Lawyers are involved. Payments of compensation, funeral preparations, communication with the family, communication with the media, with the news, etc. In addition, the foreign couple had their family flown in from foreign country. Health insurance, the embassy was involved, media back home was involved, and more. So tons of logistical issues after a car accident. On the other side, you have the psychosocial support. People need psychological support and social support. They don't want to be alone. So part of that is grief process, crying, sadness, shock. So you have the psychological first aid immediately after the event, and then you have psychosocial support, which is the longer care for those who have been affected by the car accident. I spoke at length about psychological first aid and psychosocial support in my trauma and member care seminar I recently gave. Soon will be available to download on my e-learning platform. Let me share another example: earthquake relief work, crisis management logistics. There is first the response. You save lives, you go into the earthquake zone, you save lives, you get people out of the rubble, you organize financial support, aid support, etc. And then in another step, there is the recovery. Once people are being saved, they need to get to hospitals, they need food and shelter. And at the same time, you have the crisis management psychosocial support after an earthquake, which is counseling, psychological first aid to those who have been affected, and also the caregivers who are involved in the logistics and psychosocial support long-term for those who have been affected. All of that needs anticipation, assessment, and preparation ahead of time. That's part of member care as well, in order to then, when the crisis hit, there is crisis management logistics and crisis management psychosocial support. And so you need the same for espionage, spying, and intelligence. You need the preparation part, crisis management preparation, anticipate, assess, and prepare. This is the pre-crisis part, and then you are ready to respond and recover if the crisis happens. That is also member care. So if someone is being arrested, there is a response, there is an emergency response and an action plan. Those crisis managers who work on the logistical part, they have written all of this down. They know what to do. But this is very cognitive: step 1, step 2, step 3. And then there is the recovery process after the emergency response. And at the same time, you have the psychosocial response. If somebody gets arrested, you need psychological first aid and you need psychosocial support long term. So first aid is immediately when this happens, after this happens, the arrest happens, and then long-term psychosocial support includes debriefings, includes counseling, includes making a social context available where the person who has been affected by this can feel safe and is able to talk about his or her experience. So, member care toolbox: crisis management, anticipate, assess, and prepare beforehand, and respond, recovery in the areas of logistics and psychosocial support. And for this part, you can watch my trauma and member care course with lots of input and links and downloads in the area of psychological first aid and psychosocial support. Hope this is helpful. See you again next time. Member Care Toolbox. Bye for now.